Alright guys, so I've been dying to make cheesecake, but as much as I do cakes, decorate cakes, cupcakes, whatever the case may be, I've been afraid to do my favorite treat. One of the other treats that I was afraid to do is banana pudding, but now I'm kind of a pro at it. So I can show you guys a video of that later. But now we're just going to start for cheesecakes for beginner, because as you, this will be my first cake as well. So these are the things that I'm going to do. As you guys can see, this is the picture that we're aiming for. It's going to be a pretty simple, pretty thin cheesecake. I have some strawberries that I cut fresh from work yesterday, and that juice is not syrup or anything, it's just the juices from the strawberries becoming loose. We have the spatulas. I'm going to try to make this some type of decoration later, maybe turn it into roses. And I brought blue just in case too much red would conflict each other. And then we have the 2 tablespoons of butter that we need. I just measured that from the butter. It's easy to go ahead and cut where you see 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, you cut right there where it tells you to cut. So there's 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, you go ahead and you cut right there where it's needed. I have my room temperature egg. I literally let this out long enough for it to be room temperature. So at least a couple hours, at least an hour or 2. And I also left out this overnight for a couple of nights. I leave my butter and my cheese, my cream cheese and stuff like that out, because I just like it to always be ready for me. And actually those things are better at room temperature. Even milk and things, I think you can leave it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'll do my research later. You guys can comment, let me know what you think. So we're just going to go from what the box tells us to do. The first thing that it says is, of course, you'll need your 2 tablespoons, your 8-ounce cream cheese, your 1 egg. Decorations are optional, but it doesn't tell you that, but it is. You don't have to decorate your cheese. I'm going to go ahead and open it. It wants us to preheat the oven to 250 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it says to do not bake it in a toaster oven. So if you guys have a little oven, I don't think that they would suggest this for you. If you go to a friend's house, a neighbor house, I would listen to them, because there's probably a reason why they tell you not to do that. We're going to go ahead and preheat it to the 250 degrees. It's going to take about 6 minutes. Next, they want me to put the cheesecake mix and my 8-ounce cream cheese into a large bowl. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my mixing bowl, because it makes my life easier. If you guys do not have a mixing bowl, I suggest you use a hand mixer. I have a hand mixer. Some people use the one that goes into a cup. It's literally only one little whisk now. You can use this, or you can use the hand mixer that has the 2 whisks on it. It's all up to you. This is the pack of cheesecake mix that it requires for you to go ahead and put in your mixer. So I am going to put that now. And my 8-ounce cream cheese. Room temperature, you want it to be nice and soft. I'm going to show you guys how soft mine is after letting it sit out for a few days. It may be watery a little bit. Let's see. There we go. Ooh, it's not liquidy, it's just soft. Oh yeah, I see the fat coming off. It's literally soft. You can just break into it. You want it to be soft so it'll easily mix. Not in the trash. I have a napkin handy to put my things down when it's messy. I can't stand stuff on my hands either. So they tell you to mix it with an electric mixer on low until it is incorporated for about 1 minute, and scrape down the sides of the bowl. So we're going to go ahead. In this case, guys, I would recommend putting the cream cheese down first and the mix on top of it, because you don't want the mix to be at the bottom. just sitting there. So I made sure they are mixed together. Gonna get this out of here. So the way the instructions want you to do it is that you put it on for 1 minute to get it mixed together, and then you're going to put on low, then you're going to put it on high afterwards for 3 minutes. I'm going to put this for low for like 30 more seconds, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it on high after we scrape down the sides. Alright guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and melt my 2 tablespoons of butter. Only thing with I hate about melting butter is that the microwave seems to pop sometimes. So let's just hope it doesn't pop this time. End up losing pieces of butter. So now it is time to mix up our crumbs. So I almost, we stopped recording, but I almost caught a heart attack because the butter popped in the microwave, as it usually does, but this time it popped a little bit of butter all over the microwave. So our butter is melted, but I have to add a little bit more to make sure that it was enough. So I'm going to actually measure it to make sure we have our 2 tablespoons. 1. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I had to actually add more because it popped all over. 2 tablespoons. I hate wasting stuff. Let's just, go ahead and scrub that out. Alright. The crust should be completely moist, mixed well. No dry pieces. Can't stand mess on my hands and wasting things. So seems a bit cheap. Crumbs. I think I've seen crumbs before. Graham crumbs with butter. Seems like a cheap kind, but we're not going to judge. You're gonna pat it flat. Alright guys, so now we're going to go ahead and make sure we scrub all of that mix out because they don't give us a lot. Make sure everything's fully incorporated, smooth. And then we're going to let it go in. 1 ring, 2 rings. You guys, we're getting a phone call, but we're choosing you over them. Okay, I'm being very greedy here. I want all of my cheesecake. Listen guys, go to Cheesecake Factory, they charge you 10 times more. You want to scrape that bowl, guys. Alright guys, so I have a little trick. I should have showed you guys to have a spatula sooner. It's just a small offset spatula. I'm going to use it to smooth it out as much as possible. Alright. So we're going to go ahead, like they said, we're going to put it in the oven. We're going to bake on 250 for 50 minutes. Lord God, give me patience. Alright. When we remove it, we're going to remove it with both hands and so on and so forth, and we're going to have to let it cool for 20 to 30 minutes. So make sure you guys have time to do this, because now we're going to have to wait at least 1 hour and 30 minutes for those cheesecake lovers who are ready to grub. Okay? We'll see you back in 50 minutes. Alright guys, so I'm figuring this out as I go. And I'm hoping that it works. I kind of seen the idea of it. I don't think I actually got enough, so we're going to just wing it. And then you guys won't have to wing it, because you can go by this video. So with every flower, starts with that little triangle bud in the middle. You just make a roll. Right? It's called the bud of the flower. Right? And then you need petals. So, what shape should we make our petals? Let's see. I have like funnel cutters, but to make it more easy for everyone, I just use my little tiny knife. I think I got these 2 for $1 at Dollar Tree, or 3 for $1. Now, we can either make this 1 petal and it goes around, or we can try to make it 2. I think 2 would be better. Alright. And then you smooth out the top, making it very skinny. You put it around your flower, and you bend it and bring it in. Put the next layer, smooth out the top. Make the top very thin so it's easy to bend back. Where were we? We're here. Add it and bring it around town. And you're going to keep doing this until you complete your flower. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It can break or whatnot a little at the tip, because that's what flowers do. I just thought this would be cool to garnish a cheesecake. We usually don't decorate cheesecakes as humans, because it's already so pretty with the strawberries, but why not? Where should we put this one? Right here. Maybe it's too big. If you make a mistake, it's cool. You can just press the bottom where it was before. I'm trying not to let them bleed together. Make it a bit smaller. Now I think I want to leave it somewhat like this. Maybe 1 more petal. No. Bring this down. Where should she go? 1, 2, maybe here, and then 3. Alright. So I'm going to leave my flower here. If you guys want, you can pinch the bottom. And then you can put it on your cheesecake just like that. And then that'll be it. Alright guys, so I have let this cook on 250 for 50 minutes. Exactly. Took it out. This is how it looks. Nothing's coming off on my finger, either on my whole hand. It says to take it out with oven mitts. I would tell you to listen to what they say, but I can touch it. Literally, I just took it out the oven. And it's good. It's hot. I'm going to leave it on the cooler rack. It says to do so for 20 to 30 minutes, and then to put it in the fridge to let it cool completely. And then once all of that is done, so you can know how easy it'll be, all you have to do is push up the bottom. If my husband could look under here, can you see that, baby? Bake, cool, press. You'll be able to press this little button up, and the little plate will come out with the cheesecake. So I'm gonna put on the timer literally for 30 minutes because I'm ready to eat this cheesecake. If I don't eat it within the next hour, somebody's gonna die. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on the timer for 30 minutes and we'll be back. Alright guys, so I am back. Not only did I allow it to cool on this rack, but I also put it in the fridge. Let it cool on the rack for about 30 minutes. I put it in the fridge for 30 minutes, and this is what I've got. So right now we're going to try the press up. To push. Alright, push, push, push. And bring it out. And then you can see that bottom piece is still there. I'm going to put it here so I can cut it. It's a very thin cheesecake. So, I didn't cut my knife. I guess we'll try to cut it with this. Nobody died, guys. No humans were harmed in the making of this video. My bag of strawberries is dripping. Alright guys, so about to take a taste. I did exactly how they told us, and it's kind of soft. I'm going to probably let the others refrigerate more, but as far as the way it tastes, I think it's good, but I think it's just soft. So I'm going to let the rest of it stay in the fridge longer. Maybe it'll be better tomorrow, but it does taste good though. Especially with the strawberries.